Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video we are going to look at the 29 liter Lassen and 37 liter Tahoma backpacks from the company Maxpedition. Today's video is a first look and first impression of these 2023 offerings. These were debuted at SHOT Show 2023 in Las Vegas, and at this point these bags are available. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at these in detail. We're going to go through all the features of both of these bags. Then in future videos, I'm going to get these out for field use, practical field use, setup, and my overall impressions. And so when we get back, we're going to get that first look. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Maxpedition who did provide these for review. And so as we get into these bags, keep in mind, these are part of the Legacy series. So these go to the homage of the way back Maxpedition machine. So again here, the Lassen, which is 29 liters, and the Tehama, which is 37 liters. Now these bags are very similar in overall construction and overall features, with a couple of subtle differences. Now the subtle differences making up pretty much the difference in the volume, but also some functionality. So these do differ depending on your needs. Keep in mind the fact that these are on the sort of tail of the Havoc backpacks. The Havoc I have used at length, both sizes. They have a couple of different sizes, and I love the Havoc. They have been fantastic. So these bags, I believe, for 2023 are going to be an excellent addition to that lineup, offering some subtle differences over the Havoc series, but all in all, just a good quality carry, good quality ride, and general bag utility purpose. So we're going to start here with the Lassen. Now again, the smaller of the two. This is a 29 liter bag. You'll notice this one here is in the OD green, and I'm going to get into full featured reviews of each one of these in their own independent review. But the reason why I got, well, say for example, the green and then the wolf gray is because in the Havoc series, I have the exact opposite. So in the smaller bag in the Havoc series, I actually have the gray, and in the larger bag in the Havoc series, I have the OD green, and that's going to allow me to compare these and contrast them nicely in my future videos for anybody who might be interested. But specifically here now, I have seen this bag. I haven't really used it or been able to experience it, but I did see this at SHOT Show 2023 in Las Vegas with Tim Tang of Maxpedition. At SHOT Show, we had a general look and general overview, but right away, the first thing that catches my attention, just all the features, of course, that we've come to know from Maxpedition, but in the most recent years, they have really gone a little bit lighter in the fabrics, and right away as I feel this, it feels thick. I feel like we're going to have the 1000 denier material, so the nylon being a 1000 denier over maybe the 500 we've seen on some prior models. Beefy, oversized YKK zippers and a real neat look. I love how they're kind of almost like a flat black. When you look up close at the actual zipper pulls, they're kind of a flat black look, which I like. And it's just a texture difference from what I feel like I've seen in the past. Now on the side, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Gusseted water bottle pockets. These are fantastic. I can tell you I use these every single day in my current everyday carry, being the Havoc, which I do use literally as my EDC, and these pockets are awesome. I love them. Good general utility purpose, gives you the ability to either put a water bottle or things like, for me, a tripod maybe, something like that. Very, very useful, and something that I can say I literally do use every single day. As I work my way along the bottom of the bag, I can tell you already, I'm getting the sense that I am greatly going to enjoy this layout. This is the very bottom, and as we open this up, very simple, yet so effective. Just a real nice pocket on the bottom. Now, one thing I can say about what Maxpedition does, and I do very much enjoy it. They have, and I guess what I would say is subdivided bags, yet at the same time, they don't go so far, down into minutia of little pockets that it does leave it in the eye of the beholder. I can make this pocket what I want it to be, and I can see already exactly how I would use this. This is going to have a beautiful little med kit in here. It's going to be literally perfect. My stuff is sized to fit this just about perfect. And on top of that, I should be able to fit my fire making supplies. So this is going to be perfect, where it's going to hold that stuff in a great spot on the outside of the bag, easy to get to, very, very effective. Moving up to the middle, you'll see good amount of MOLLE here, simple. The ability to lash things to the outside of the pack, or even attach a pocket or a pouch if you so choose. Now, I do like the design aesthetic. I think that's pretty cool how this sort of brings your visual elements down through the middle of the bag, and it terminates at the top with this nice Velcro morale field. So again, you could put a beautiful Velcro mounted pouch out here with some MOLLE compatible gear below it. You could certainly put different patches or anything like that. So very nicely done. Above that, you'll notice another pocket. Now, as I reach in here, ooh, interesting. This is actually full depth. That goes all the way down to here. That's a nice size and really, really useful. Down inside, interesting. I'm feeling, it almost feels like a reinforcement of sorts down in the bottom of this pocket. That is kind of interesting. And although you're not going to be able to see it, it's almost like a piece of Hypalon. So that's reinforcing this entire area through here to make it really strong and durable. I like that. I think that's probably an integral part of this, where all this fabric all comes together. So that's going to make it nice and strong. So you're not actually tugging on the Cordura, but it's reinforced with the Hypalon down there. Very smart. But again, back to this pocket, which I think is going to be an excellent utility pocket. Now, bear in mind the fact that for me, again, I do a lot of filming, so I need things like tripods and whatnot. I could fit my mini tripod in here beautifully, and this is literally the ideal size to fit it. That gives me dual water bottles on the outside and a good flexible system here. So far, this bag, I can tell you, is going to greatly work for me and my needs. And as we get inside here, oh yes, super nice. Just these pockets here are beautiful. You end up with a little bit of mesh here to subdivide the pocket, a couple of slip pockets with that shock cord, and then a keeper on each side, and then a good amount of space in here overall. So again, you could put a little, fire kit in here, something like that. If you had a smaller med kit, I know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to put my med kit down here, my fire kit in here, water filter, my small collapsible water bladder will go right in here. That's going to be awesome. So fire, water, health and safety, bing, bang, boom, beautiful. Tripod in the middle, my patches, I can see it already. Going to the top here, we're going to fillet this open as much as we can. Now you'll notice this does kind of bottom out once it gets to the gusseted water bottle pockets, but at the same time, pretty easy to get in here. Now on this side, you'll notice that this does have that mesh. So as we open this up again, YKK zippers and a fairly nice size pocket on top. So this would work well for basic supplies. I would probably put my, camera batteries. I would actually probably even zip my wallet and my keys into here, because the outside pocket is so deep that would not be the useful place for that type of stuff. So that would probably, for me, go on the inside of the bag where it's safe. Another subdivided little panel here, so you could slide things in and out of there. And then here, you end up with a full sleeve, which could accommodate, a laptop or something like that if you're using it for EDC. But for me, you could certainly put a water bladder in here. I probably personally won't do that because I do intend on using this for an outdoor bag, but we'll see. Good to have a little bit of separation of space when you need it. That's definitely nice. As we roll over the top here, now I'm going to try to get this completely open here so that we can see what's going on. But there is an integral sheet inside here which gives the bag rigidity. Now, unlike some other models, you'll notice here that the Lassen having the sheet on the inside. And as we slide this out, let's see how hard is it to get this all the way out. It gets pretty stiff on the zipper, but it does come out. So you have not only the sheet, but you actually end up with a metal stiffened core, and this is pretty thick. Sometimes these can be bent to the shape of your back. I don't know that I would go that far on this particular bag, but you certainly could. But overall, the fact that you can either run the bag with or without the sheet, this at this point does give it some more flexibility, but it loses some of that structural integrity. Now, sliding this back into place was fairly easy. I just kind of flexed it over, slid it through as to not stress the zipper, and that went back in just fine. As you take a look at the inside here, something else worth noting. Now, you do end up with some shock cord inside your water bottle corsets, and the makeup of the rest of it is on the inside with a keeper. So as you take a look here, you can loosen that keeper, and then the actual shock cord in the water bottle pockets, the gusseted water bottle pockets, allows you to kind of tie off your gear. That's a nice feature. Subtle, yet very nice. And as we look a little bit closer, this does have some grommets to finish everything off. So again, good thinking and nicely done. Over the past few years, and I believe debuting with the, I guess what you would say is the Prepared Citizen lineup, in the back of the bag, they do end up with the CCW compartment. Now, on the inside, there are some Velcro strips, which once removed, you can use these on one side or the other side of the bag. So this, in essence, is a full pass-through, but if you wanted to use this as a CCW compartment, the entire thing is Velcro lined, and it does give you the ability to get either the right hand or left hand access, and depending on which way you want it, the opposite side you can use the Velcro to seal it off for extra security. So at this point, you know, if I wanted to reach in the right hand side of the bag, in the left-hand side of the bag, I can install that Velcro strip, zip it shut, and that kind of does allow this just a single-sided pass-through at this point. And so as we take a look at the Tahoma, which is a 37-liter pack, versus the Lassen, which is 29, where does the additional capacity get made up? In general terms, everything else pretty much the same, yet over the top, which this does open, and the nice thing is, well, it goes all the way down the front, and this opens up beautifully to a fantastic full open compartment. Velcro lined, very modular, gives you the ability to subdivide this in a number of different ways. You end up with another mesh pocket here. And just to verify, I do kind of want to see what's going on the inside of the other main compartment, which as we open it up, yes. So exactly what we saw in the Lassen, but now here on the Tahoma, you can see again, just additional capacity. This is really nice. That's gonna make a beautiful EDC setup for me. I will carry all my tools like this for my everyday carry, and I love it. Going through the rest of the features on the bags. Now, again, YKK zippers throughout. Simple zipper pulls made from paracord all around. Very nice. On the shoulder strap side, well, you can see a nice yoke design. So a full yoke design that works very well. On the top, a thorough and robust grab handle with nice box stitching, a couple of additional loops and lashing points. And these handles are fantastic. I like that a lot. The shoulder straps with a nice contour decent padding overall. It's not incredibly thick, but they're nice and wide, which will help distribute the load. You end up with some straps for different accessories, which is awesome. And then this nice little ladder style molly, which does give you the ability to adjust your sternum strap, so you get a little bit of a shock cord bungee on that sternum strap. As we take a look at all of the buckles, these are the UTX Duraflex Stealth buckles, which are a great design, nice and quality buckles. Positive click on everything. Breakaway straps at the bottom if that's important to you. For me, I don't really necessarily care. When that makes the most sense is when you have replaceable buckles in case one breaks or cracks or snaps. But in this particular case, not a big deal. If that's the case, sometimes what's really nice is when you can actually remove one of the straps and stash it away and kind of make this a cross-body style bag, which you can't necessarily do with this model. It would need some pockets at the top to tuck this away, but not a big deal. As we move to the bottom of the bag, you can see this is a seat belt style webbing. So the actual straps is that sort of seat belt style, seemingly good quality, not gonna slip. Sometimes this can be a little bit slick, but it's nice. These have keepers on the end to keep everything nice and tidy. And then as we continue to work our way down towards the bottom of the bag, you end up with a simple waist belt. This does look like it could tuck away if you wanted to. Just simply slide this pocket open, stuff in the excess material, and pull that down if you needed to. So generally speaking, a fairly simple strap. Not a lot to it, but it will do the job. And actually, on top of all of that, you do have this ability to remove this. So simple little keeper there. Keeps this in place, so these can be removed if you don't need them. Now, I do plan on at least, I think at this point on the Lassen, I do intend on keeping the waist belt on this. Now, I know it sounds a little bit funny. I think I am going to use the smaller bag as a small day pack, and I think I'm going to use the bigger bag as an oversized EDC. I know that kind of goes the opposite of what you would think, but that's what my brain tells me right away. Now, and I'm not going to call it a deficiency or a design flaw because this is a choice, but in my opinion, for something that's going to be a great quality day bag, it's heavy duty, ballistic nylon 1000D, has that tactical look and feel, outdoor vibe. For me personally, I would love to have some loops on the bottom for something like a bedroll or a sleeping bag or a wool blanket or a jacket. I just right away was hoping to see that, and it's not here. It's not a deal breaker, but to me, that would just make this perfect. It would be completely rounded out, and in my opinion, just give you that last little bit of usability that just makes this a little bit more flexible overall. Again, not a big deal, not a deal breaker. That's just my opinion. And so again, the 29-liter Lassen and the 37-liter Tahoma. Beautiful bags. I'm extremely excited to put these to good use. So now we've got a first look and impression. The next time you see these, they are going to be put to use. And I think the first one here is going to be the Lassen. I have a pretty substantial trip coming up. It's a day trip. It's going to need a little bit of rugged nature to it. And I think this is going to do the job. So much more coming up soon. And so again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Maxpedition who did provide these for review. If you see anything here that you like today, do me a favor, take a look in the description box below where you can get a lot more of the details. And so, all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.